let's talk Penn State and Michigan, because now this is okay. We can boast and brag and talk about how Penn State has actually turned the corner this season, believe it or not. Like I said, how much room for improvement is there? And they're showing that, but now they can put it again into the test in Ann Arbor. Okay, this one isn't in the Bryce Jordan Center. Michigan came to Penn State Happy Valley last season. Now they got to go out to Michigan. Michigan 4-1 on the season, but still a very good team year in and year out. It's the big three are always Penn State, Iowa, and Michigan. Penn State at the top. Iowa and Michigan can kind of figure it out, but it's usually Iowa at number 2. Michigan in this case, just when you think there's going to be a little bit of turnover, they lose some veterans, but they've shown no problem. I think about heavyweight. Of course, Mason Paris coming back, and he's the dominant figure after Gable Steveson leaves, and you think, okay, now Mason Paris is gone, and then welcome into the battlefield, Lucas Davison, which I'm really excited for, going up against Greg Kirkfleet. But Jeff, which matchups are you projecting to be the best? Because I know they have Cam Amin, Will Lewan, all those guys that Michigan still is able to sport. I think Penn State still wins this convincingly because there are some unranked wrestlers from Michigan. But if the Wolverines are able to maybe get some bonus points from their top wrestlers in the lineup, maybe it's a little closer. There's also home mat advantage. But back to the matchups, which ones do you have circled on the docket?
The two that I'm most excited to see are just, let's see where Braden Davis is, because again, very experienced. And Davis keeps passing. I feel like probably the last 3 matches I have said that with Braden Davis, is I want to see, how he kind of handles this next one. But this is a road environment against an experienced kid. Again, another great measuring stick, and he keeps, far surpassing any reasonable measurement when it comes to these tasks. But I think this is another good one. And listen, Tyler Kasak, same thing. I mean, Austin Gomez feels like is in his 10th year. I think he came in at the same time Sean Clifford started Penn State football. And so, Gomez has been around the block for a couple different schools, and now with Michigan, and looked very good in his season debut here for the Wolverines. And so I think those ones I'm probably personally most intrigued by. I think, Cam Amin is interesting. If you didn't see the dual meet on Sunday, he got upset by Michigan State's Caleb Fish. And Fish is a funky wrestler. Like, that's not altogether shocking, but, certainly an upset. So Amin, is going to be focused, wanting to prove a point. And again, another very experienced wrestler against Mitchell Messenbrink, who obviously is coming on very strongly here for Penn State. I think that is probably, from the outside looking in, the most fascinating or intriguing bout of the dual meet. Rankings-wise, you have Shane Griffith, a former national champion, obviously for Stanford now at Michigan, and he's ranked, I think, 4th now in the Intermat rankings. Again, we talk about Carter Starachi. That guy has just taken another leap this season. And crazy. I just don't know that there's anybody, and that is a loaded weight class. I mean, Griffith is one of 5 or 6 like elite athletes there. Any given day, I get it, but I don't see anybody touching Starachi this season. He is just so dialed in right now and so on top of his game that I just don't see it. And heavyweight, I think Davison kind of same thing, very good. I don't think style-wise he matches up well with Kirkfleet, and I think Kirkfleet, the game plan is to stay out from underneath. But I think if Kirkfleet can get that first takedown, I just think he'll be able to control that bout as well.